close. Racing through the waves, I want to be where nobody knows. Take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of all the love we find. Electric, feel it in your head. Hypnotic, watch our bodies dance. Happiness, this is what we
Blonde hair, blue eyes, that'll make you faint on sight. But she looks like trouble. Her lips so kissable and poisonous. I know she won't be good for me. But I don't care, 'cause I know it's so rare for a guy like me to get a chance with a girl like her. And I won't waste that chance. 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 She got me like.
Hello, happy Wednesday. Hello, Puggy. Hello, Max Black Cat. Thank you so much for joining again. Wow, Peggy, hello. Surprised to see you here. This is your official 3-day streak. 3-week streak. Essentially, you're on a streak now. That is amazing. And thank you for the 8-month anniversary. Appreciate you. How's everyone's week been? It has, it's been a time here. Hello, I'm stressed with personal stuff. Aw. I hope whatever you're stressed with, like, you'll get through it, you'll figure it out, and take it in stride. Life can get in the way a lot of times, and you just gotta take a breather sometimes. So give yourself that grace and that patience. 8-month gift, please. You have enough redemptions. You have enough poots for a Puglie that you can do. But wait, 8-month. Oh, you're already glazed donut, cause that's a 6-month thing. Right. Free gift, IRL gift. That's not fair. Take me to Dorship. God damn it. Quantinator, fancy seeing you here. My weekly dose of bagels. Ayy. It's gonna be bagels and croissants today. I'm pretty excited. I don't know. I guess the quick announcement. I should have added this to the title. Actually, I could probably add this to the title now. But essentially, this is a bit little heads up that next week there will be no stream because I'm taking just a week off, a little break. Hold on, let me figure out how to do words. Let's make a Croissant Puglie, but not literally pleasno, and no stream next week. Little sad face. Okay, good. Yeah, here's a little heads up that next week there won't be a stream. I'll be coming back the week after. The reason is I personally need a little break. That's good to take breaks. Yeah, exactly that. I gotta remember I could like point this way. Yes, this is exactly it. Truth be told, I'm just a little bit burnt out at the moment, and it's not so much because I'm overwhelmed with work, albeit that usually does play into it, but it's more like I just need to recalibrate where I'm going with Puglie, because you see me looking up here because that's kind of like I have a little board here that's my main projects for Puglie, like my big goals that I want to achieve with Puglie, and they're starting to rack up. Like, things are not going down as fast as they should. And to harken back to the Croissant Puglie, I started realizing that I haven't done a Puglie series in a long time. And when I say a Puglie series, they're kind of like, you guys see the food Puglies over here? Not this milky one, but come on, there we go. Like, Puglies dressed as foods over here. I created Puglie with the inspiration of him being a vinyl toy, and of course, back then, and still kind of right now, I don't have the luxury of just making vinyl toys whenever I want. So my way of going about it was to do illustrations of like what I would imagine a vinyl toy collection to have. So they'd be based off of like junk foods or candies or lollipops and stuff. And I haven't done a full series in a long time, and I kind of miss it. And when I was reviewing my list of foods and series that I had thought up, I'd say like three years ago by now, I realized like I lost that excitement for them. Like, I remember when I was making these lists, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, like, these Puglies are gonna be so good, like roasted marshmallow Puglie and everything. I was so excited. But then now when I look back at that list, I don't have that spark anymore, and that kind of upsets me. And of course, you change, people change throughout time, your interests will change and stuff like that. But I don't think my interest has changed that much. I think I just haven't had the time to really enjoy me on this adventure with Puglie. And truth be told, this happens quite often. If you run your own business and your passion becomes your business, it's hard to sometimes tap back into that passion when there's so much stuff on the business end to take care of. And it's usually the stuff that you're not enjoying, like emails and meetings and a lot of obligations. So that's kind of why next week I won't be having a stream, because for the entirety of next week, which I'm really looking forward to, I'm going to be at home, not checking emails, not checking any form of social media or anything, and just, like Quantinator said, Puglie regroup. And I just gotta regroup all this like all this pink goop that I spilled all over my floors, and just like shove it back in my head. And hopefully that will, that will at least put me back on track for a little bit. It's okay, I forgive you. Thank you, Max Black Cat. I appreciate the forgiveness. I am absolved. I'm glad I had a holiday for a week. It was great. I loved the week of the 12th. Loved them. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed your break. Wow, it's really bright out here. Yeah, I'm really glad, and I hope that break was good for you. And of course, again, since you're dealing with some personal stress stuff, I hope it evens out a little bit. Also, hold on one. You know what? No. You guys will have to just bear with how bright I am. Creativity week, yes. Like, I don't know, it's funny. I don't know if everyone's this way, but when it comes to me drawing, I absolutely need to just be in the zone. And when I say be in the zone, I mean like I I don't want to be distracted by anything. I don't want a phone call. I don't want a text message. If I'm drawing, I don't want any distractions. I just want to be focused in it. And it's hard to feel that way because I know at the beginning, like, I have to check my emails, and then obviously via the emails, I have to do, like, I have to log into this account and do this and answer this and stuff like that. And then by the end of the emails, it's like, okay, well, I have to eat. I have to maintain this stupid body of mine. And then by then, I might get to draw, but then I'm just not in the zone because the world is awake and there's too many things that can distract me, and my willpower is not as good. And then sometime in the middle of the day, I'll check my email again because sometimes I'll get like an email later on that I have to respond to. Because sometimes in the next day I check it, they'll be like, oh, this is urgent, we emailed you at like 5 p.m. And I'm like, I know it's a stupid time that you have emailed me, but I also feel guilty about that. So it's tough. I can't say I at all regret or resent the life that I'm living because I don't, but at the same time, like, even when you have the best situations, there's always something that can bog you down, and I'm looking forward to next week just being clear of all this. To be fair, the personal stress started today, so it didn't really do anything. Oh, so it didn't really do nothing to it. I hope it alleviates itself by the end of today. If not, it's a short time, but I'm sure you got it. Ooh, speaking of weak willpower and the world being awake at the time that I'm awake, I have a new channel redeem. If any of you are so interested, it is a Twitter break. So we're gonna take a break for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and we just scroll through my Twitter newsfeed and we get to enjoy some art together. Maybe I can comment on some stuff or just like gush about some things. And yeah, it just like breaks up the drawing a little bit, if anything. So that is a new channel redeem that I thought would be kind of neat, because I have had thoughts about having streams where I just don't draw and we just like consume media together, but I kind of worry that having that be the whole stream kind of takes away from me being an artist on here. But I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. But hi, Peggy. But speaking of Twitter, today, as you guys can already see from the title, we are doing a Croissant Puglie. And that's because I did put up a Twitter poll asking, what should we do on stream today? And Sprout Puglie was really close. Like, Sprout Puglie was about 6% off, like 5.7% off. But like, Sprout Puglie was really close. So maybe next time I'll put Sprout Puglie back up as contender. Zoom backgrounds was surprisingly quite low on there. Dreamscape, I can't fault it because I actually haven't posted the illustration that I created of the Dreamscape, so I don't think anyone knew what I was talking about. But I like how everyone just enjoys the delicious Croissant Puglie. So today, we are doing a Croissant Puglie. I will minimize this now. Noble Knight, hello, thank you so much for joining again! Just having a sip of coffee. Thank you for joining from the Croissant crew. I just read it, totally not procrastinating. Yeah, totally not. Oh, also, this is not a croissant. I know it's hard to tell. I don't even know if it's gonna read well, but this is actually supposed to be a gyoza puglie. I was working on a gyoza puglie because this is the last illustration that I want to finish before I create the whole campaign for the anti-Asian hate fundraiser. So this is something I'm working on in the background. Lower the age of consent. Oh no. Thank you for putting I do not abide by what the name entails, though I am reading it out loud. FBI, CIA, please, please regard my following statements. I was just going to say it looked like gyoza. Oh, bless. Thank you. One of the issues when it comes to drawing art or fitting drawing art, well, drawing art is always hard. One of the issues of fitting Puglie into a type of food is that sometimes the food itself is hard to really fit Puglie into, or vice versa. So I am really grateful that you saw it and had an inkling that it was a gyoza. Hi, huge everyone! I got a Twitch ad for a chicken sandwich and now I'm craving one. Butai, hello, hello! Treat yourself to that chicken sandwich! Because today's gonna be a hungry, hungry stream. Oh, first of all, I should open up the template. So we can get started on that Croissant Puglie, and I will save as a new file for now. Just to make sure I do not save over my default. And this is a croissant. Oh, croissant. Yeah, there we go. My sister calls them gyoza, and I can never hear it. Oh, goiza! Oh my god! Like, my brain just automatically switched it back. Goiza! Oh no, this is... Okay, now this is what I'm gonna end up saying, Max Black Cat. This is what I'm gonna... Okay, so like... my partner and I have this little thing. I swear to God, at some point, we're going to, like, get corrected by someone in public. But we like changing up words, especially when they're, like, of different languages, right? Like, jalapenos. If you read jalapenos as, like, say, a non-English or even like a Spanish speaker, it would be jalapenos or jalapenos. So sometimes my partner and I would be like, oh, it has jalapenos in it, or we'd be like, oh, let's get chipotle. What else? Bok choy it's pretty, like, it reads as we kind of say it. Chow mein is definitely one of them. I say that too. Just sometimes it's just fun, you know. Like, I don't understand how chow mein, it spelled out. It's like chow, and then it's like, it's usually like MEIN. Which doesn't make sense to me because the pinyin for mean is close to like MIEN. So it's like, why is it not just chow mein? It's like chow mein. Who? Maybe the whichever like white person coined it in English was just like, this is how I pronounce it, and it just messed up everyone. Oh, huge. Have you seen Noodles the Pug on TikTok? Yes! Yes! I have. I hope all of you are having a Bones Day. Oh my god, wait. Who here has not seen Noodles the Pug on TikTok? Because we have to share the blessings of Noodle with all of us here. I just saw, like, I know that shape from somewhere, and the first things that came to mind were gyozas and dumplings. Yeah, I mean, like, gyozas are Japanese fried dumplings, right? So it's, like, basically the same. I was close. I was going to say some sort of dumpling. Yes! I mean, so long as it's some kind of dumpling that comes to mind, that's all I really, really care about. Chipotle, Not gonna lie, that's how I say it. So that's funny. Guess I can relate. Remember the free shabakadu? Yes! Oh my god, every time now my partner and I see avocado, we're just like, free shabakadu. I haven't. Happy Bones Day, y'all. Okay, let's let's share the bones with everyone. Let me just make sure. Let's see, because I don't want like Noodle TikTok to come out with anything that is not good. Let me just double check that this video is what I'm looking for. And my
everyone, and welcome back to yet another.
Okay, this is like a now this recap, but I guess it brings it across the message. There we go. And let me just turn down my music volume. That's a negative 24. All right, let me up the volume so you guys can hear it for my background music to like a 10. Hopefully it's not too loud. And let's enjoy what is Bones, or Noodle the Pug.
A round of No Bones, the game where we find out if my 13-year-old pug woke up with bones. And, as a result, we'll find out what kind of day we're going to have. Okay, it's a No Bones day. I don't know about you, but I am jonesing for a Bones day. Oh, and we got one! Oh, we got one! This is such good news. Noodle, you are merciful.
It's remarkable. It's remarkable to feel like you're able to spread some positivity and to have this little thing that people are they've really taken and made their own is very special. Noodle is a very special pug.
Noodle, he's a 13-year-old pug.
He was a dog who, particularly in the mornings, but really anytime he was waking up from a nap, like if he didn't want to get up or he wasn't ready to get up, he would just be bushy. So I would pick him up to see if he wanted to do it, and he would just go no bones.
Yep, sure enough, down he goes. Oh, okay, it's a No Bones day.
The way that I understand it, on a Bones day,
I love it
when
now.
I sit
Yes.
Noodle up and he
has no
kind
bones.
of takes over from there.
Oh, and he's feeling jazzed. Look at those bones.
If Noodle is gonna sit up in the morning, you're gonna get out of bed. If it's a No Bones day, if he's just kind of, in his bed and I try and sit him up and he's like, that's not happening, and he goes back down, I'm like, okay, this is a self-care day.
A soft collapse this morning, like a sweet little angel feather.
Noodle needs to stay put, and I should just go get a chai or something that I need. So that's my impression of No Bones and Bones Day. It's definitely got a life of its own and a mind of its own.
So good. Puglie Noodle fan art. Definitely, it came to mind. It definitely came to mind.
I saw people start commenting that they were like, this is my new horoscope. This is more accurate than my psychic. And I was just like, all right, we got to lean into this. Mentioning me in comments were like, I got up the courage to propose to my girlfriend. Like, I asked for a raise. I put a down payment on a house. Like, people are really running away with this.
Alright, just gonna stop this video. It's a Bones
And
day.
then a No Bones day. So a lot of times people think a No Bones day means it's going to be like a bad day, or it's going to be you don't have good luck, or it's a day where you don't want to do anything.
What time was it? The meeting was supposed to start 15 minutes ago. Well, listen, I got up earlier and I checked the forecast and
Okay.
it was a No Bones Day, so I just assumed no one was coming.
You assumed no one was coming because it was a no bones day?
No
No
Bones,
Bones Day.
Day.
No bones. I'm not sure what kind of
Yeah,
weather
sure what
that
kind
the
of-
is.
pug
I
had
don't
no
understand.
bones.
And I'm trying very hard to change the narrative of
That's
No
why you
Bones
call him
Day,
sick.
because I feel like
The
that
pug
has
had no
taken on a
bones.
negative connotation. Literally saw one earlier. Someone made a song last night.
If it's a no bones day, I just stay in bed. Noodle said it's fine if I don't get dressed. His legs are made of jello. Sorry you didn't get the memo.
I'm obsessed with how positive it is. That's my main thing, is I cannot believe that so many people have taken this and they've used it as either a way to motivate
more.
themselves or each other.
Hi, I'm having a terrible day, but I didn't realize that it's a Bones Day now because
a little more inspired
at
to
him.
look to their shelters, to look to their hospice dogs that to be rehomed while they're truly at the end of their days, or they're just middle-aged, or they're just old. Like, I hope people will look at this and realize that puppies are amazing. Puppies are fabulous. But there are so many dogs that need homes
of all
who,
ages.
if you just take a chance on them, they will change your life.
And change the world. Like,
And literally change the world. It's trending on Twitter right
Look at him. Oh, he's so good. Oh, he's so upset. Yeah, so in regards to the Puglie Noodle fan art, yes, I've thought about making like a really, really simple animation. Oh, let me put my music back on. Oh, let me turn down the volume so it doesn't like blast all your ears now. I've thought about like little fan art, and Beth, my social media manager, made this idea that was like super funny. It's gonna make me something on TikTok, but it's like if I take a Puglie plushie, one of them, because I don't actually own a pug, and it's like Puglie is my bones or no bones, but inevitably he will probably have no bones because he's a plushie. I don't know, maybe I will like grab the audio from Noodle and just like reenact it or something. But all of you here, that was Bones or No Bones. That was Noodles the pug. He's a 13-year-old pug. As the story goes, he was adopted. And it's amazing because I don't call a lot of dogs dogs. I mean, I call dogs dogs, but in my heart, like, all dogs are puppies. No matter how old they are always puppies. They never really change from how much they love you from the first time they meet you to how excited they are. They might get like a little sleepier, they might get a little lazier, but in their heart they're still always puppies, and that's what makes them so precious. So that was Noodles, that was Bones or No Bones. If you're having a Bones Day, if today is a Bones Day, which I did not check the forecast of yet, then it's going to be a great day. Take that chance wherever you are, in whatever you're hoping for, aiming for. If you're asking for a raise, if you just want to treat yourself to extra whipped cream on your latte or something, go get it. If it's a No Bones Day, then, you know, go easy on yourself. Today might be a bad luck day. Go easy on yourself, be kind to yourself, maybe just lay in bed or just not do that extra work, whatever it is. But this is Bones and No Bones, and it's funny because Peggy showed me Noodles like way before. Like, he was already doing obviously like Bones or No Bones for a long time, and only in the last, I would say like a week or two, did I really feel it blow up to cross platforms, where TikTokers are stitching him, where it's going up on Twitter, and he's getting all this. But I'm glad, like, sometimes when fame and fortune, even for a little bit, is blessed upon someone that is so positive, or just wants to bring something so silly and so warm into the world, it's like, yes, let's spread this kind of positivity. So yeah, I love him. He's so... You guys have to... If you look up Noodles, TikTok pug, Bones, No Bones, you'll see, like, so many videos of him, and he's just the sweetest little old man. It would be a dream to meet him one day, but I know, like, that's probably very unlikely. Oh, Noodles. But I hope everyone's having a Bones Day today. Sometimes just don't check the forecast, just believe it's a Bones Day and just go for it. Alright. Let's... Hello? There we go. That is a line art brush. Let's change this back to a sketch brush. Let's change this to my favorite sketch color, and let's try to fit Puglie into a croissant. For all of you that just joined while we were all watching Bones or No Bones, and kind of like the history about it, how have you guys been? Desire Lines Games, how are you doing? I'm glad you just tuned in while we're staring at, like, Noodles the pug. Oh, speaking of Bones Day, which will probably be a Bones Day when it comes out, who here is excited for Animal Crossing update? Because I'm excited, but I'm also like a little bit nervous. Partially because I haven't opened up my Animal Crossing in about a year and a half, and I don't know. I don't know if I have enough guts to open it again and feel the shame that is all my villagers running up to me, asking me where I've been, or I don't know, probably taking me to the center of the town to hang me because I've been gone for that long. Alright. Let's see. Let's start off with... So, I've always seen croissants as the curved ones. I don't know, it's just so much more amusing when they're curved, and they have like little horn to them. But I guess kind of the issue is how am I gonna fit Puglie into this? It's the eternal question. How will I fit Puglie into this? So I always start off with these squiggles, especially when I'm trying to figure out volume. And like how things take up space in kind of a 3D sense. I start off with these squiggles, these springs, because when you kind of like doodle these out in a circular fashion, you can kind of see how things can bend, either like bending this way, or you can see it bending the other way, like just like this. And then you can kind of see where it ends off, being, you know, the shape. So that's why I start out with this massive, messy squiggle, because it helps me see mass. And it helps me see things in a little bit more of a 3D space. And then I can see that I'm kind of aiming for this, so I will do this over here. My last Animal Crossing login was August 20th, 2020. Yeah, mine was probably around like July or June. Oh man. Can villagers be that angry? I've never played. No, villagers can't be that angry. It depends on their personality, but a lot of them will run up to you and tell them that they miss you, or they'll ask like, where have you been? In kind of like a concerned way. I think some might have like a little snark to it, but no, you don't ever die in Animal Crossing. You just feel the perpetual shame that you are a bad leader or mayor of the town. And what's even funnier is like for Animal Crossing New Horizons, you're kind of on like a deserted island. You know, the island is your town, but realistically speaking, it is an island that everyone lives on and depends on you to run. So it's kind of funny. And then if you haven't been back for a long time, sometimes when you go back, you'll have villagers run up to you and tell you that they're kind of interested in setting out and exploring different places. And if it's a villager you want to keep around because you really like that villager for design, or well, mostly design. It's like collecting Pokemon cards, but these are villagers. Then, you know, you tell them like, no, don't go, like, I think you should stay here kind of thing. Whereas villagers that you want to leave, you're just like, oh, hell yeah, get out of here. Alright, I think I want to add this little nubbin over here. Little crook here to signify that the nubbin kind of comes behind the curve. Alright, and let's figure out how these ridges go. I'm thinking like definitely not as many ridges. Probably like 5 would be a good number, but I'll see how this fits. Croissantocopia. Oh, like the little horn. Oh, that would be... I wonder, sorry, I'm just playing in my head if instead Puglie was in a half croissant, but then it would look too much of like the cornucopia, so I guess I should draw the full thing. Guilt trip, yes, absolutely that. And I don't even think like it's kind of like within their design to guilt trip you per se, but it's, you will feel it regardless, because these villagers, they really enjoy your company, they care about you and stuff. So it's almost like you abandoned them for like a year or so, and your village is covered in weeds. It's unkept and everything, and it just feels bad. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one, because this goes over. Alright, yeah, that. And the croissants, it's kind of like, oh, I will need to shrink this a little bit so the base doesn't go just right down here. This will be the lowest point though. So about like so. Ooh, and I need to leave room for Puglie's head, which will come out of the. So if this was like more 3D shape-ish, let's do this. Because this is where like the side of the croissant will kind of be. So I need this to be curved more like so. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I saw the whole direct, I think, or trailer, direct? Yeah, direct. And like there's so much being updated. I haven't even enjoyed any of the previous updates. Like the diving or any new any new content since June of 2020 I have not personally experienced myself. And I got that to look forward to. I have to probably clean up my island, probably redesign it a bit. I just, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like feeling like there's so much to do makes this really hard to get back into. And I know I shouldn't feel this way, because at the end of the day, a game like Animal Crossing is supposed to be something that's fun and relaxing for you. But it's hard for me to feel relaxed in a game where, I don't, like, you see other people's towns, you see how much they've designed it, and even though this is supposed to be a personal journey for you, you're just like, oh man, I want to make my town pretty too. But then this sets up this like huge amount of pressure of these goals and stuff for you, and then it doesn't kind of become relaxing anymore. I mean, honestly, this is the story of like, I feel like most artists that, or anyone that has a small business doing something that maybe other small businesses or companies do, and you look around and you're just like, oh man, they're so successful, or they're really killing it, like how come I'm not doing as well? And then you start having less fun with whatever it is you're working on. Yeah, it's just something you have to work on. And I say this as like something I have to work on too. Because all our journeys are different, and all the outcomes of how we want to plan our destination is going to be different. We should enjoy the process and our own individual goals. But yeah, like, I also got really annoyed back then with Animal Crossing, because there are some people say like, oh, there shouldn't be an easy way to quickly clear like a whole bunch of like flowers and stuff, because the whole point of the game is to take your time and to just enjoy kind of like the tedium of doing these tasks. And realistically, these tasks are tedious. Like, gardening is not supposed to be fast. But at the same time, like, just let me get this over with fast so I can do the other thing I enjoy. Let's see, how... See, Puglie's face is always the hardest part for me. Like, legitimately always the hardest part. Alright, let's just add the rest of these little notches first. Little fat round one, just around the booty. Another thing was storage space, which I know the previous updates have increased. But I just remember being so annoyed because Isabel would be like, "Oh, our island isn't getting a high rating because it's all dirty and it has items scattered everywhere." And I'm like, "That's because I don't have any room." Yeah, maybe instead of hoarding a bunch of things, I should just sell them and then just re-get them when I really need them. Oh, I do remember for a while I was tarantula hunting, and also like just rare fish hunting so that I could get more monies. I know you just started sketching Puglie, but I gotta go eat some dinner. Perhaps one day Animal Crossing will be fun for you again. Hope you have a great stream. Noble, thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner, enjoy your food. No worries on needing to head out. We always end up with a little chat and some kind of off-topic thing, so it's a-okay. Hope to see you next time. Take care, alright? But yeah, anyone here, if you're just lurking and working, enjoy your lurk and work. Enjoy your foods, enjoy whatever you're doing, and we're just here to bake Puglie croissant. How do the edges... Man, how do the horns work? I guess they just kind of pop out, like they're their own individual segment also. It'd probably surprise a lot of people that, like, yeah, I can draw a lot of these foods, but I definitely cannot cook. I've never, I can't say I've never cooked per se, but, like, I'm definitely not a baker. I don't know how the function of these work, and I think that's okay. Because so long as I can capture it, that's all my job is as an artist. A baker's job is to actually make this and make it look nice and tasty. Oh man, these like little rolls. Want this to be a little, just a teensy bit sharper, not as rounded, so it comes off as like that horn. Yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah, there's always a part of me that like, oh man, everyone's still having fun with Animal Crossing. I want to get back into it. I want to get back into that nice mood that I was feeling when I was playing it the first time. And maybe that's it, you know, like, a lot of people can design their towns to look amazing and everything, but they truly enjoy that town designing and making things look nice and everything. Whereas I just like doing the really mundane tasks, like going to islands, collecting stuff, maybe collecting materials so I can craft more things, and then just like going back and earning bells. Maybe that should be the fun that I should be focusing on. Right. That's pretty croissanty. Pretty croissanty. Gonna increase the size of the middle one over here, because the middle one's the real statement. I'm gonna move this wrist pad over here for my elbows. Truly Rageous, hello, thank you so much for joining. Nothing wrong with picking up a new game instead of trying to recapture the joy you felt in an older one. Oh yeah, absolutely, albeit Animal Crossing New Horizons would be considered my first Animal Crossing game. I did get New Leaf, but like I really didn't get into it for some reason. But yeah, for me it was when I first picked up Animal Crossing New Horizons, it was genuinely like really fun in a very calming way, which I'm sure Animal Crossing is meant to be played. But then the moment I unlocked terraforming, or I saw other people unlocking terraforming and doing amazing things with their town, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to unlock terraforming so I can also do that. And then when I did unlock it, I just felt like so much pressure, which is wholly my own fault. But I felt like, oh man, I gotta plan this out so I don't mess it up or whatever. And that made the game not enjoyable for me anymore because I put too much pressure on myself, which, again, wholly my fault. So yeah, I think to your statement, I think there's nothing wrong with me just picking up the game again, relearning it, and just really focusing on the things that I enjoy doing. And maybe my island's not going to look as fanciful as some other people's, but that's okay, because in the end, it's my island. If I want it to be basic, then it is. Avrock, hello. Hello, I went to get dinner, but I'm back. Puggy, welcome back. Enjoy your dinner. But yeah, anyone that is watching, perhaps actively, make sure to get yourself some food or snack, because I have been told that my stream often makes people hungry. Like Wutai just got here and then wanted a chicken sandwich. Well, not because of my stream, but because Twitch showed her an ad for a chicken sandwich, and that's just so evil of Twitch. So evil. Alright, so this back part is really easy. Because I don't have to figure out how Puglie's face fits into it. Like, sometimes I look at my own art, and I'm like, good luck to whichever 3D modeler or person that wants to make vinyl toys of these, because I can't tell you how this works. I truly cannot. I guess if this was to be 3D, maybe the croissant would be like a little bit tilted. So it's almost like Puglie's coming out of the croissant in like a diagonal fashion. It's like, I do what I want, it's my island. Absolutely that. I do be craving croissants now too, to be honest. Oh man, Utai, my favorite go-to on a really, really gray and rainy day is my supermarket has like their own store-made soups. And they have this one that's like a Tuscan tomato bisque or something, so it's like a creamy tomato soup that's a little bit thicker. And there's a tang to it because it's a little bit spicy. And I get that, and I get croissants, either buttery baby ones, like the small ones, or like the whole big ones, like the horn ones. I toast up the croissants, I heat up the soup, and then I eat the soup with the croissant. So I get this really nice, crispy, hot croissant, dip it into the soup, and just eat it, and it just makes me feel so good. So, all of you there, I mean, what's the weather for you guys? Because right now, earlier, it was pouring rain. Now, it's just cloudy with, like, sunny skies in the background. So, it's looking nice. That sounds so good. It absolutely is. Like, it's one of those foods that you can only enjoy when you're either sick or it's just cold and rainy outside. You would not enjoy this in the summer because you're hot and sweaty and everything's gross. Alright, let me clean up the face here a little bit, and let me figure out how Puglie's gonna be this. I'm freezing here, send help. Layer up, put on some hoodies. Yeah, this is definitely hot pot season too. Oh, speaking of hot, let me drink my cold coffee. Let me drink the last remnants of my cold coffee. I don't know if I'd rather have the hot or the cold weather. Both suck. I need the in-between. I absolutely cannot stand hot weather. I would rather be cold than hot. Because with cold weather, you can layer up, you can, like, shiver, which is your body's natural response to try to, like, generate heat from movement and stuff. And there's so many ways to feel cozy. Whereas hot weather, there's only so much you can take off. And then, like, yeah, you can have a refreshing drink or something, but that lasts a lot slower. Or that lasts a lot shorter than, like, something hot and cozy. And then you're just... Even if you want something refreshing, like, it's hard to consume it because you're just sweaty. You're just gross and sweaty. Let's see... I don't... Oh, me too, but it still sucks because my room is a fridge. Oh man. Yeah, when I used to live at my parents' house, my studio was in the attic, and it had very poor insulation, so it was stuffingly hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter. And eventually, like, we had to get things like, the mini portable radiators, or even just like the hand and feet warmer pads that were either single use or like the multi-use ones where you had to microwave it. But yeah, those good old days of struggling in there. Oh, Misaki, hello. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy whatever you're working on or whatever you're eating. Because that's the only two things that someone would be doing if they're lurking. Working or eating. Alright. At this point, I'm just like stuffing Puglie in, literally stuffing him into these foods. Because I can't design... Like, let me just stare at this a little bit, see if I can work out something that looks a little bit better. Also, this should be way wider. Like taking up that space. Move this back a little bit because the tangents are kind of hitting at an awkward spot. This doesn't have to be as long. Like, I can probably shrink this up a little bit. I can actually shrink each segment up a little bit. Because I also have to think in terms of, like, when I make these into stickers, like, I don't want them to be too large in that they just take up too much space, but they don't really add much to the whole of, like, say, Puglie or something. Like, if Puglie's about yay big, the outside shouldn't be so large that Puglie just gets lost in whatever food I'm drawing him in. Ideally, my designs would always show off the tail, but sometimes it can't be done. And I always have to debate about the integrity of the food I'm drawing versus the integrity of Puglie. I mean, I am eating apples. Nice. Like, it's 17 Celsius outside, and it just feels like it's 8. It sucks. And if it's 30 when it's hot, it feels like 20-something. Oh, that's not too bad if it's like 30 hot. Which, not gonna lie, is kind of good, because then I don't just... Excuse me, I don't just melt, except when I do. Yeah, I mean, I guess your room is better for when it's hot outside, since it seems to retain the cold for so well, actually. Alright, let's figure this out. Let me draw this out proper. So this is the middle, like the second middle segment, and then this will be this needs to be larger. This needs to be larger, about like so, and add that curve because this is in a 3/4 view. And then this will, there we go. Just cinch in a bit more to this area right here. And I can reduce how much this comes out because it's kind of like a cascade. They go a little bit smaller as we go from here. And then the horn will actually be a bit tighter going up here. I just love the sketch phase because I can be as messy as I want. I'm just figuring out forms and mass. And it's just nice. Now, if only I could just end at the sketch phase and then I don't have to do anything else. What is art? Suffering and pain. Alright. So for this is the start of an idea I've had for a long time. Okay, let's be real. Let me be real. Most of the ideas that I've had for a long time are like about 3 to 4 years old because I never get around to them. But I've been wanting to do like a Puglie bread box or bakery series for a long while because bread is awesome. I love bread. And I just want to do something stupid like design a whole like bakery for Puglie. And funny enough, one of my comic stories does involve a bakery or baker. So it can possibly all tie in together pretty well. Ah, that'd be so fun. See, these are things that I wish I had more time for. Not just like thinking up the ideas, but actually executing on them. Because ideas are cheap. I can type out the idea, all that is really easy to do. What's the real test is actually putting down the time to make it happen. And unfortunately, that's something that I've been procrastinating on or just being pulled away from, or a bit of both. Alright. And then on summer, I just get to have light. The artist definition of art is pain. Why must you lag Twitch? I mean, it might not be you. It might totally be me. Sometimes my frame rate just drops, so it might absolutely just be on my end. Alright. Oh, I hope this croissant makes Eloy proud. I hope. Alright, that little ridge, because this comes out of here. Alright, now that I've drawn the Puglie, let's figure out how he comes out of here. So that's the whole croissant area. Unfortunately, it's hitting a lot of tangents on Puglie's face, which is happens often. Let's see, if I'm moving back, like so, there wouldn't be as many tangents hitting him. Let me remove this line for his head. Let's figure it out. Because I can either have him get hit with tangents, or, oh, he's more center this way. If I just increase the croissant line here, yeah, he would absolutely, like, only in 2D would Puglie work. When it comes to 3D, like, it's gonna be, use your best guess on how to fit Puglie in here. He is absolutely just diagonal. That's honestly how it is. Lisa, hello! Wah. Thank you so much for joining. How was your stream yesterday? Real quick. I don't know why. I don't know how my hotkeys are not working. But quick shout out to Lisa LaRose art right here. Hey, that ding. Amazing comic artist and also just actual traditional painting. If you are a fan of looking at traditional work and seeing paint slung in the most beautiful way, definitely check out Lisa LaRose. She is absolutely killing it with this series that she's been doing, which are these mini prints. Actually, Lisa, your mini prints are your mini paintings are on Instagram, right? Hold on, let me get your little drink. The coffee is hitting me. Ugh. Oh, fantastic. Let's take a look. I know I saw your snake donut one. Sorry, hold on. Let me catch up on chat a little bit just in case. When I start something, if I don't finish something right away, I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow/later, and then I don't do it. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I gotta keep myself accountable when it comes to projects that I know might get put in the back burner. Like, the moment I start something, I have to finish it, and I have to make sure I finish it. Else it gets lost. And that happens sometimes. I should post another. Just post whenever you want. Let's see. Load. Yes, beautiful. So this is Lisa. Her art is amazing. She's gonna be a part of FrogCon, which, if you don't know, is run by. Oh, the screen is so tiny. Thank you. Screen. FrogCon is an online convention run by a friend of ours, Isla, who loves frogs, and you guys should go check it out because it's it's gonna be so fun. And it's the FrogCon's first time running, and from what I've seen is being set up and made and all the designs and stuff, it's amazing. Like, Isla does such amazing work. Keep your eyes open for FrogCon. Lisa, do you know? Oh, October 23rd to 31st. So next week is FrogCon. So double check Twitter for some of your favorite artists. Search for the hashtag FrogCon. It's gonna be good. But look at these. Like, these are little, like, they're 4x6s, right? So they're about yay big. Which on the screen, like, this is not gonna display anything. But these are small 5x7s. Okay, so there we go. These are small postcard 5x7s, and she does this live on her live stream with acrylic paint. And I just don't, like, I used to be an acrylic painter. That's before digital art and everything. Like, I did acrylic painting, but never to the level of Lisa's art. And her choice of colors is just next level. So again, I didn't know you painted in acrylics. Oh man, I have a whole set of golden paints. Like you know those the wooden boxes that every artist used to have, like that would transform into an easel, and like you know it's like a bucket of like yeah, a box where you put your paints and everything. Yeah, yeah, fancy. I got that, and then I had a bunch of like golden paints, and yeah, I learned acrylic first. I did a little bit of watercolor, but then I didn't like the medium because I couldn't cover it. You know, if I made a mistake, I couldn't cover it. So I did acrylic painting like back then when I was actually for the entirety of my high school years. I did acrylic painting outside of school because I went to an art school, art class outside of school. The level it goes is I've been working on something since March and haven't finished part 1 of, I think, 30. Oh man. I hope you find the, if not the inspiration, then the motivation to go back. You can see the paint tub next to it there is such a difference in size. Yeah, like you can see for context, like how large, or say how small these postcards are. So, I don't know, it's just, like, her colors, her, like, an anatomy and all that stuff is so good, and she does most of these, well, she's been doing these mini paintings live just because she got her camera set up that way. But yeah, amazing traditional artist, pretty rare nowadays. I think off the top of my head, in terms of traditional art, I only know Lisa and Butai. So, definitely, again, if you haven't already, do check out Lisa, because she's a good one. Oh, Mel also does watercolors, yes. But in terms of, I guess in terms of streaming, off the top of my head. Granted, oh, there you go. There's a little clip of you doing it. Granted, I haven't explored much outside of, like, artists that I follow. Because most of the times I follow artists after, like, they raid me, or, like, another friend raids them and I was part of the raid or something, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So it's like, I want to tune into them. And there's only so much time that you can allot to watching, like, streamers. And usually, if I'm watching, like, if I have Twitch open, I have, like, 2 streams open. So I can kind of, like, send a little support both ways. But that's, like, the maximum I can do. Yeah, I like that acrylic can paint over mistakes. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I finished 1 and 2 and realized I was making it on the wrong canvas size all along and had to restart this month. I'm so salty. I put so much time into it to lose it. Yeah, I absolutely know that feeling. But there's a little beauty in that, where as much as I always feel salty when stuff like this happens, I know that feeling, and it's human to be salty. It's human to be upset and annoyed and go through those motions. But the saving grace is, when you restart it, you end up being faster. Partially because you're redoing the same thing, and you're just like, and another part of it is just like fuck it. Like, I just want to get this done. And so you do it, I would say, nearly like twice as fast as the first time. And sometimes it makes you feel like you've really improved to be able to do that, something that fast. Yeah, you get into, like, different community circles. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think right now I'm part of, like, not saying I'm part of, but, like, in terms of the raids and everything, definitely a very digital art community. And I guess it also depends on the vibe that I'm looking for. Like, for me personally, I like being chatty, I like being hype. Sometimes I do think, like, oh, maybe if I was, like, chiller and I had just, like, chill hop going on, maybe that'd be kind of fun and easier for me. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I'm such a a loud and expressive person that sometimes being chill would actually have, like, I would have to be doing something, literally something that is very chill. And somehow drawing is not that. Max Black Cat, thank you so much for the hydrate. But I'm kind of happy at the same time because I finished the background and I'm like, that looks so much nicer. Yeah, absolutely. I also like to take a long time on stuff just to see improvement along it. It feels good. Yeah, absolutely. Like, when you have that restart, it's like your brain and you have already learned the mistakes you made the first time and also how to tackle it going forward. So it just feels good when you have that speed. I'm the same, LL. It's hard to be chill sometimes. Kenny, hello. I know. I bet you that you know exactly how I feel. And I can't imagine you being chill. Even when you had that, like, title saying, like, you know, low energy, chill stream and stuff, like, it's hard for you to not celebrate the good things that are happening and the energy that people are bringing, right? Even though I'm pretty sure that stream, it was because you only had like 3 hours of sleep or something, or no sleep, and you've been awake for 27 hours. Kenny, I can totally relate, but at the same time, I'm also just like, how? But also, Kenny, I hope you're enjoying your vacation so far. Are you on the way back, or are you still in Banff? I still need to check out Banff one day. I'm at a young age of 30, turning 31, and never have I been to Banff or wait, Jasper is in Banff, right? No, or is Jasper separate? Like, I've never been in like the Rockies or anything. I've taken the Greyhound bus once from like Vancouver to Calgary for Calgary Expo. And the view was amazing. Like, being on between like the mountains and stuff is beautiful and also very scary for me. But I've never taken a road trip out there. But one day, soon, and I say soon as in next year, because I'm not gonna drive there in the winter. Let's be real. One day, I will make the trek and I will enjoy it. Just got back, nice. Same age, If you ever want to go, I'll take you there. Nice. No driving in the winter. No, absolutely no driving, especially in the mountains. So, Kenny, one of my, I guess, like, I can't say if it's goals, because it's not necessarily, like, unattainable. But one of the things that I really want to do with Peggy, and perhaps another friend or like a small handful of friends, would be to drive from Vancouver to, I think it's Edmonton first. Drive from Vancouver to Edmonton. Between Edmonton, is it Banff that's closer to Edmonton than it is to Calgary? Somewhere in the middle between Vancouver and Edmonton, there's a stop that I want to do. It's Jasper. Okay. So I want to do a stop at Jasper, get to Edmonton. Banff is Calgary. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Fellow Albertans here. So like Vancouver, Jasper, Edmonton, and each of these would be like a stay for like a couple nights. And then drive down from Edmonton to Calgary, maybe do a pit stop at Red Deer just to see what it's about. Hang out in Calgary for a little bit because that's where most of my friends are. And then on the way back from Calgary to Vancouver, stop at Banff. And there's also this like Norwegian or something like spa resort where it's just hot springs all around. And you can like pay for an all-day pass to check out like 5 different hot springs or pools, and then pay a little bit extra if you want massage or whatever. Radium. Wait, is that the name? I've completely forgotten the name, so I don't know, but I will try to remember Radium. There are 2 highways. I have driven them many times. Oh man. Like 2 highways from Vancouver to Edmonton. Radium Hot Springs. Okay. Yeah, also, I've never been to a hot spring, so that's also something I want to do. But one of my... Like, I've never done this before, so that's probably why I'm extra nervous about it. But I'm a little bit scared about driving to these places, especially between the Rocky Mountains and stuff, during the winter. Because I would say I'm a confident driver in the city, save for downtown, because downtown is always a frustrating gong show. But I do get nervous for road trips, just because, yeah, if it's icy or I don't know if a moose is gonna come out, which I also want to see a moose one day. Have any of you ever seen a moose before in real life? One goes to Calgary, one goes to Edmonton. Oh, okay. Branch at Kamloops. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want the whole Albertan tour. Oh man. How does Puglie work in this croissant? I don't know. Do I need to know? I guess not. Because, like... Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head, like... Because if one day this does get made into a vinyl toy, you know what? I'll leave that to the 3D artist. If this one day gets made into a toy by some luck, I'll just work with the vinyl artist to be like, yeah, I don't know how this works. Please figure out a way. I think in terms of the sketch, this is pretty solid. Yep, moose are huge. Hit me up whenever. I'll give you the full outdoor adventure experience. Thank you, Kenny. I look forward to it. Man, like, when you saw the moose, you were driving on the highway probably, right? Like, what is there education in Alberta for like what you do when you see a moose? Like, are you supposed to drive just keep going, or you were backpacking? Oh my god. Like, are mooses, is that moosei? are mooses usually very docile? Moose are dangerous. Okay, never mind. JK. Are they temperamental? Like, are they huge and territorial? Do not approach. Okay. I'll just look at one from afar. Like, what if a moose happens to, like, what if you weren't minding your surroundings and a moose is like, I don't know, I don't know how far something is, like, 2 meters away or something. Bear level danger. Okay. Do you run? Do you, like, go into a fetal position on the ground and pretend you don't exist? Most of the time they avoid humans, but what happens is that people will thrash through the woods. And it triggers them to be territorial during rutling season. Rutting? Rutting season? Is rutting season like their mating season? Like, are they, like, getting their moose on? I gotta leave. Maybe see you all in 2 weeks. Alright, Puggy, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Oh, okay, I see. Slow, calmly backing away. It's when they strip their horns to bone and begin to mate. Oh, what? They strip their horns to bone. Wait, are they like scratching their horns on on trees? Does it just flake off? Oh my god, what are... Because I know, like, what, deer antlers or something? Like, the whole thing just kind of, like... and then the whole thing falls off, right? I have no outdoor experience. As you can see, I have no outdoor experience. I've been a street rat the entirety of my life. Moose have antlers that have felt on them for most of the year. Oh, so their horns are soft. Soft and crushing. Bear level danger. I like... Oh, okay. Kokoro, hello! How have you been? Thank you so much for joining us again. They rub their antlers against trees and etc. to rub it off as they grow. Oh, okay. Google it. Moose horn felt rubbing. Sweet. Can't believe it's 12 days till my birthday. Happy early birthday! Little knife tap, knife tap. It looks like a horror show. It's so wait, it's bloody? Oh my god, wait, what? Because I thought when you said there's felt on top of their horns, it's just like a fuzz. I didn't expect there to be like blood vessels or anything. Okay, I will, moose, felt rubbing. Oh my god. Like, is this knowledge, like, not so much about, like, the moose rubbing and stuff, but, like, the danger level of a moose, is this kind of common knowledge in Alberta? Because I kind of feel like, at least in BC, we don't have as many moose sightings, at least not on the highway, unless you're heading towards Alberta. So, like, I had no semblance of what a moose was. And I thought a moose was just, like, a slightly bigger deer. When I first saw a video of a moose on a highway beside a, like, Ford pickup truck, I was like, what do you mean they're that large? Long time no see, my friend. I have croissants at home. Enjoy those croissants. Enjoy those buttery croissants. But indeed, long time no see. I've been doing well, kind of hanging in there, albeit I did make this announcement earlier, but next week I won't be having a stream just because I'm taking a whole week off next week for my mental health and just to kind of deal with this burnout that I've been feeling. I don't necessarily know if I'm overworked, but definitely feel like I've been doing a lot of work that is not part of my enjoyment of Puglie. A lot of that dealing with emails and business related transactions and stuff. So next week is my mental health week where I get to sit down. Maybe I just do nothing for the day. Maybe I get to just draw throughout the entire day, but I'm not checking like any social media or any messaging. I'm not checking my emails. I'm literally setting my email settings on vacation mode, and I'm just going to enjoy my time off. And I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that will set my head back on my shoulders and me back on track on what I think is the most important thing for Puglie. And also maybe clear up some of the backlog that I have in my project list. When you're on foot and you see felt on trees, it's a bad warning. Gotta get out of the area immediately. Oh my god. I wouldn't have even thought about, like, I probably would have seen fuzz on a tree and be like, I wonder what that is, and just like keep walking. Like, I probably think it was moss. Most people don't know how dangerous they are since people see them commonly in Banff and small towns. Oh, yeah, I think they are commonly underfeared. Yeah, because like, I guess what I learned about mooses, and also just like that, you know, that family of four-legged furry wood creature, right? Like a deer or caribou or something. Like, it's, you see a deer and they're usually very docile and very like calm, and they flee away from people often. So growing up, when I learned about all these types of like woodsy creatures in Canada, I was like, ah, yeah, moose, probably like the same as a deer. Maybe like a little bit curious. I would have never imagined they were like, well, one, bigger than a tank, and two, as dangerous as a bear. I like to dip them in milk and eat it. Whoa, I've never heard of anyone dipping croissants in a milk. Huh, that's definitely a new one. Your hoodie's released, right? I should buy one for my birthday gift. Oh, my hoodies will be releasing. So, sorry. My hoodies were on pre-order. That pre-order is closed, and all the pre-orders have gone out. My official release of the hoodies that I have left over will be like November 1st or the first week of November. And I only have very few sizes left because I didn't have a lot of extras after the pre-order. I have like two smalls, two smalls, and then I think like one or two of each of the further sizes, except those other sizes are slightly, like they're B grade, in that they have a little speck of ink or a smudge somewhere on them. And I talked to my point of contact for the manufacturer, and I wasn't supposed to get such a high defect rate, so he's definitely upset by that, and he's gonna help me fix it up for next time. But yeah, TLDR, I have very few sizes left of the Nervous hoodies, and the B grade ones will be like very slightly discounted, like by $5. So because all in all, like the quality is still great, it's just like a little speck here or there, and that's why I just made it a little discount. Oh, hold on. Since we are talking about animals, I've seen a YouTube video about a female cow not wanting to go to the slaughterhouse to die. They're smart animals. Yeah, cows are actually really smart. So she killed 2 people, and this was in South Korea. My brother said that cow was a fighter, and it was such a sad story. Oh. Yeah, cows are very smart, and just like they're really full of emotion. Like they do feel a lot, and good on the cow, honestly. I think if a cow did that, the cow should be kept alive. Like, she earned her right to live, honestly. But it is a sad story. Like, the meat industry, though, it is like I have to admit, I do love meat. I'm a meat eater. I wish the meat industry was not so cruel. My B-Day is November 1st. Hey, Puggies. Did you know moose antlers act like satellite dishes that amplify distant sounds and help them determine where they're coming from? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Because, like, I do know that moose antlers are, like, a lot more curved. And that makes a whole lot of sense. Whoa. That's so cool. Nature is wild. Hopefully I can get the size I need. Hopefully. Like, I can't imagine them being, like, sold out that fast, but yeah, fingers crossed everyone gets what they want, and if not, and if there's enough interest in, like, for a reorder, then maybe I'll get them reprinted. But it's highly dependent on, yeah, if I get enough people wanting a reorder. Sorry, I'm just double checking this size over here, because it's looking a bit large for what it should be. I should just extend this. Extend this upwards. Oh, Gaming Comics, hello! I love meat too, but yeah, I kind of want to stop eating beef. Yeah, sometimes those stories like will change you, and it's completely fair. Sometimes it's hard to really accept that guilt and everything. Though funny enough, I had a course in university that God, what was it? Well, basically, it was taught by a teacher that was very pro vegetarian, vegan. She has a dog that she feeds a vegetarian diet to, and like promises that the dog is healthy and everything. Which, I'm sure the vet checks up on him. So long as the vet says it's good, it's good. I hope. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of guilt tripping for those that still ate meat or eggs or whatever that that were a part of the class. And it was so... One of the most amazing things to me was so funny was like she had us read this text about the meat industry and how horrible and inhumane it was. And I totally agree. But one of the talking points was like, if less people ate meat, then the meat industry would be less cruel. So like if less people were paying money for it or supporting it, then there wouldn't be as like much meat production and as much like cruelty against animals in the meat industry. And I told her that like I disagreed, because the issue isn't necessarily the output of meat, although like, yeah, perhaps if less people ate meat, then there'd be less meat production, so like, you know, less animals getting killed. But the cruelty of it is not gonna get any less unless there's more of an outcry from people that are eating meat. So if your customers are not happy with the way that you treat your animals in the process of giving us this meat, we're the ones that are paying for you, and we're the ones that are telling you we don't like this, you need to change. Not people that are not your customers telling you you want to change. Like that's not business. And I think for that to change, it has to be the customers that are actually participating in it. So I made my case based off of the text that she made us read, and I quoted the part of the text that I was referring to. And this was in a forum, by the way, a forum for the classroom to discuss these topics. And all the teacher did was reply to me and say, I disagree. But that's it. She didn't quote anything to kind of like argue with me or debate me. She didn't say why she disagreed and under what facts she disagreed in. She just said, I disagree. And I'm like, okay, great, all right. Sometimes academic courses in art schools are just, Oh, to the moose horns. Yeah, it's like us cupping our ears. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And Kenny, I appreciate that you like meat too. Or you love meat. I love to continue eating seafood and chicken, etc. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there are tons of people out there that don't eat beef at all or don't eat pork. You know, you find whatever your comfort level is and you go with it. For me, when I first saw the Slaughterhouse documentary, I ended up not wanting to eat meat, and I felt sick to my stomach thinking about that. And this was like in high school, but it was momentarily. Yeah, there's more vegan options, etc., plant-based things. Like, you can make fake meat with plant-based ingredients. Yeah, absolutely. At least for humans, the dietary options are definitely there, and that's amazing. For dogs and cats, like, I mean, I'm not a professional in this. I don't know the information behind this, but you know, there's some things that we humans can eat that dogs and cats absolutely cannot, right? So for the options that dogs and cats would have in terms of getting enough protein in them, or perhaps like whatever vitamins or minerals are in actual red meat, that's something that hopefully the vet knows, and hopefully there is a good substitute for them. Seitan can be used to create meats, but just needs right seasoning. Also, I'm hungry now. absolutely just go and enjoy some food. Arcasian, hello, hello! Thanks for joining! We're talking about the meat industry, and yeah, we're talking about the meat industry. That's about it. So, Anne, are you a meat eater? Are you pescatarian? Are there some meats that you stay away from? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I think realistically, I'm keeping my head above the water. Next week, I won't be having a stream because for the entirety of next week, I am taking a break. And by break, I mean I'm not checking any social media, I'm not checking any messages, I'm not checking my emails. Literally have a vacation responder set on my email for that day. Because, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, or maybe you go through this every once in a while, because I definitely do. But like every once in a while, especially with Puglie or like my brand, I feel like I'm lost. Like I don't know where, like, what my main goals are, or if I'm attaining my goals that I've set for myself. Because so often, like, you'll set a goal, right? And then suddenly there's like this thing that inspires you, or this thing that you have to do because of a collaboration or other obligation or whatever. And eventually that goal that you had so clear becomes more and more like, I don't know, like blurry and in the distance and stuff. And I definitely find that now, and also for the past month or so, I felt that kind of lost. Like I have so many main goals for Puglie. Some are obligations, like some are collaborations that I want to do, and others are like goals that I want to do in a short term, and goals that I have wanted to achieve for a long time, and none of them are being met. And I'm just like, I'm getting burnt out because of the lack of work I'm doing, or because of the lack of like specific work that I'm doing. So that's why I haven't taken such a break like this in I think since last year. And I think it's about time, because I have gone on vacation. Like a couple months back, I went on vacation with my girlfriend and her parents. But that's different, because that's a vacation with, like, you know, family, and you're supposed to be having fun. But this isn't a vacation where I get to sit down and be myself and really focus on what I really, really, not like care about, in that I don't care about family, but like I care about something different, and it's something that I've been needing to do for a long time. So yeah. I'm a meat eater who has recently started cutting back. Ooh, okay. Is there any specific reason you're cutting back? If you don't mind sharing, like, is it kind of like ethics reasons, or just like you feel like you want to get more plant stuff in you? It's good to get a break. 100% agree. Yeah, that's very fair. I have been really questioning the shop a lot recently. Oh, like what about the shop are you questioning? If you don't mind sharing that also. But I think I probably would also agree with whatever you're feeling, because part of this break is also that. Are you scheduling a No Bones Day next Wednesday? Yes, I am scheduling a No Bones Day next Wednesday. Sorry, let me just hydrate real quick. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like a moment to refocus and figure out what needs to be done to get where you need to be. Yes, absolutely that. Like, so many things that are ending up on my plate right now, you know, are things that I want to do, or things that are fun, or things that I have to do. But at the end of the day, when I sit back and I look at my goal list, which is right above my computer here, I realize I'm not fulfilling anything that I've thought was really important for my journey, my brand, Puglie, and then it makes me feel bad. It makes me kind of upset, because a lot of things that I've been putting out feel so short term in a way, like yeah, it was fun, or it kind of helps growth in some way, but they weren't my goals to begin with, and I want to complete a goal. Meat industry is terrible. I want to reduce how much meat I eat because of it, and slowly eat alternatives whenever I can. Definitely an ethical and environmental decision. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. I mean, I totally support you, and I hope whatever alternatives that you're finding are delicious and good. It's funny, like one of my girlfriend's friends is a vegan. I assume vegan because she also eats like vegan cheese and stuff like that. And she was telling us how some of the popular vegan brands, like they're seen everywhere, they're highly advertised. Every time someone thinks of like vegan cheese or something, they reference this brand, is like the most awful tasting cheese they've ever had, and there are definitely better alternatives out there. But because like some company has a higher marketing budget, they become like the big name. So I sincerely hope that whatever alternatives you look for, whether it be vegan or vegetarian options, you find the most delicious ones. For shop stuff, I just feel stuck. I think, with wanting to grow everything, but being unsure of how I want to grow it. There's so much I want to do, but not enough time to do it. And there's so many things going on, it's hard to prioritize. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, it's honestly the same for me too. I also have really emotional connections with certain foods, with just how I've grown up, and I find I can connect with my mom a lot through food. So it's not a 100% switch, just a reduction. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I think especially in Asian culture, where I mean, food in all cultures is so important. But I think especially in Asian culture, because there is so much cultural history or sentimental value for certain foods, even within like a family, like how a family makes their dumplings, or how a family like cooks like a certain dish a certain way, and more so because in Asian cultures, like our parents don't express love to us by saying I love you, or like grand gestures and stuff like that. They express it to us usually through food, through caring for us, through knowing that we like an extra egg on our rice, so they'll cook that extra egg, to give us. But never do they say, I love you. They do it through these little things, like food. And so I can definitely see how it is a reduction, because so many of these things are still tied to, your family and everything. Let's see. Alright, I think I've noodled on the sketch for a long enough time. Time to really put Puglie in the croissant and add some line art to him. Ba-ba-ba. And I'm just masking off Puglie right now, so it makes the artwork a lot more clear for me. But yeah, in terms of the store thing you have that you're dealing with right now, I probably feel this about the store like every other time. Yeah, Knight, hello, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I always try to group up my releases so that there's something substantial. Merchandise designing is definitely, I used to love merchandise designing. I still do. But I think it goes back to you saying, like, you want to grow everything. And there's only so much time in a day and so much energy that we have now for like what do we want to prioritize. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's wrong. Whoops. Don't paint that all white. Just paint this mask base. There we go. Kianite, how are you doing? We were just talking about the meat industry actually, and I guess kind of how everyone's day is going. Sorry, one sec. I am just observing this. I'm gonna see if I can push this a little bit. Alright, and the how are you doing topic came up because next week there will be no stream because I'm taking a break from everything. I just need some time to myself to figure out where I want to go with Puglie, how I want to achieve things with Puglie, and hopefully when I come back on November 1st, I'll feel more like my head's on my shoulders and I can go towards whatever is most important to me. At least what I think is most important to Puglie. Sorry, hold on. I'm just realizing my brush is not really selected. Hate when this happens. Just gonna make sure this is real cleaned up. There's that. My stabilizer's on. Let's go in. Sip of water. Sounds like we're digging into some heavy topics today. I mean, you don't have to go as heavy as you want, but whatever you want to share. Oh my god, after a few years, I finally completed my vinyl Puglie food collection. I was missing the pizza for so long. Oh no, Max Black Cat, no! Oh, so much could have been alleviated if you had, if you had purchased the full collection in the beginning. Because if you buy the whole box, then it's like the complete set. But I'm glad after this whole journey, you were able to get your pizza Puglie, and I hope whichever Puglies you got extras of go to some nice homes. Great. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fix up that horn. Champagne Poppy! I'm doing good. Just finished my stream for the day. I'm so happy you're usually streaming when I finish so I can deal with post-stream feels with y'all. Oh man, how was your stream? But also, like, yeah, if your post-stream feels requires you to go lie down on the couch and stare into a wall, that's totally a-okay with me too. Just appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy your break. I'll have to raid you before the end of the month. Oh, no worries. I mean, you're gonna... Next week is the last week. Wait, is next week the last week? No. Is it not? Yeah, next week is pretty much the end of the month. Counting the weekends, too. So yeah, no worries. No worries on raiding me. Ah, there we go. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna redo this whole thing. Definitely take a break if you feel you need it. I'm gonna try and take a break after next week too. I've been feeling a little burnt out too. Oh, Kenny. Like, do you feel it's the amount of work you're doing? Because, like, you have so much going on. You are hacking for educational purposes into a game. You got all these ideas for robots. You're building yourself a dog. You got this manga going on. You stream like 3 times a week, and you're editing YouTube videos throughout. Like, I don't know. I look at you in awe. And of course, you are also like on a fitness journey that's like very how did I say this? Like very strict? Not routine. What's the word I'm looking for? But like you definitely have your goals set in your fitness journey and everything. So like you just have so much planned out for yourself going on. I am in absolute awe at how you keep up, especially with the video content stuff. I'm sure I will. Oh man. It's the amount, but I've also been doing so many things at once, but the results aren't where I want them to be. Yeah. I can definitely feel you on that. Like I feel like I do a lot because I'm tired. But at the same time, like when I look at what it's achieved or perhaps what I thought it would achieve, it doesn't match up, and I need to figure out a way to either trick my brain into adjusting my expectations or refocus on what it is that I'm working on. And I definitely think I need to figure out a bit of both, actually. Like sometimes there's so much stuff that you want to do, but you really have to give each thing their time. Like instead of doing all of the things at once, focus on getting one thing done and then do the thing afterwards. Sorry, there's too many things. Basically, instead of doing like project A, B, C, D, E all at once, finish project A, go take a little break, start with project B. That way, like, it feels like you're actually wrapping up something instead of like pulling yourself out really thin and feeling like you're accomplishing nothing all at once. My stream went great. Viewership shouldn't matter, but I had a bigger audience than usual today, and people seem to enjoy the drawing segment. Oh, yay! Congrats, congrats! I mean, if that viewership level makes you happy, like, give yourself a pat on the back, indulge, enjoy it, just go for it. I mean, even till this day, I actually have my viewership count turned off. Whether it's just one person here, or say like 20, like, I just want to give you all the same amount of energy. Sorry, I'm like really focusing on this one bit because for some reason the line isn't coming out the way I want it to be. It's like being really stretched out thin lately. Yeah, absolutely. Huge, you're doing great. These things take time and you always deserve the space to change and figure things out. Aw, and thank you so much. I mean, yeah, I know from the outside perspective, I probably look like I'm doing fine. And that's good. But yeah, it's a little bit of, I need to give myself more credit than I usually give myself. And another part of like, okay, but like, huge. Let's sit down and figure out what it is that is not making you happy. That's not giving you the same dose of serotonin or dopamine or whichever it is. I'm not a scientist. Emmy, hello. Always take a little break during winter months, November or December. That's what I've been thinking too. Okay, so like, there's something I've been debating this year. In previous years, I've never taken a break for the Christmas times. My break came for January instead. So I would feel like I'm getting in on the Christmas sales and I'm hopefully making someone's Christmas or something good. I haven't had too many bad interactions during the Christmas season regarding like shipping or items and stuff like that. But it's not too bad. But I just get so extra burnt out during the Christmas season because of all this rush, of the worry about like the postal service, which is still a garbage fire, working and getting there. So I've been really debating this year if I should, if I should do the Christmas season. And truth be told, like, Puglie needs the money, but at this point, it's like, I can probably not, and still survive. And also because I don't have anything necessarily new or big coming out, so it makes me wonder, like, what's the appeal outside of maybe sales, perhaps? I think I'm a masochist to have mine turned on. I mean, Kenny, like, I think you're just really analytical. So, like, yeah, I think you just want these stats, you want these numbers, and you want to see, like, what changes or what makes it and what doesn't. Whereas for me, I think I'm still doing a lot of this Twitch streaming because I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having fun with it. One of the new things that I did is now I go on Twitter, like, on the day that I stream and ask, like, hey, what are we doing today? And I think, like, all 4 choices are something that I want to do or something that I want to get off my to-do list, but it's just really interesting to see the feedback that I get. And, you know, if people watch me, if people voted, even if they watch me or not, like, I think it's just fun. It's kind of nice to hear input sometimes. Breaks are important. We need to step back and evaluate where we are and where we want to go. Absolutely. Like, for all of us, I think absolutely. Like, I think this is what the difference is for me between vacations and a break. Vacations are meant for you to literally turn off, like, to not think about the world at all. You traveled away somewhere, or maybe you're having a staycation, but you're just not focused on anything but purely your enjoyment. Whereas a break is more like, hey, I'm not doing any work at the moment so that I can do better for myself. And I feel like a break is more active in that you are actively trying to figure out if something's wrong, how to fix it, if you need to see therapy, if you need to get into the habit of meditation or something. Like, it's a much more proactive way of resting yourself, so that you can come back, just ready to take on whatever it is, and hopefully by the end of it you are refreshed. Whereas a vacation is much more passive, in that you are enjoying, your vacation and you're having fun and stuff, but it's purely because you turned off literally everything and you're just doing this for fun. And, there's times for both things, but hopefully at the end of it, you come back just feeling refreshed and, recovered some HP for whatever it is that's gonna come up. Sorry, I just want to figure out this notch. This notch is looking kind of weird. Maybe I'll just give this a little bump. Sorry, I'm like holding my breath a bit because I just want to figure this out. Okay, good enough. You know what clip lives rent-free in my head? The one during our workout stream. And the casualties. I saw you post the link and everything like 5 minutes before my stream was gonna start. So I was like, oh man, I gotta watch this after. Oh man, I can't wait to watch it. I bet it turned out amazing. Kenny, thank you so much for editing that. I really appreciate it. And are you still working on clips for TikTok? Because if you're not, I can totally just like clip things out of the video and then send it to Beth, my social media manager, and we can handle things on our own, kind of thing. It's because there's no shows. I have to work on tax too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Accounting, fun stuff. It's a good time to reevaluate the business. My mastermind group calls it a temperature check. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, also valid. Like, I don't know, it's also during a time where like people kind of expect to see you, expect to hang out and catch up and stuff. So it's a little bit hard to feel like it's like the time of the season where like the normies are enjoying their life, you know? Like they're trying to celebrate it and enjoy their time together with people. So it's hard to really feel like you're enjoying this kind of time when you have work at the back of your head. Because like most people with a normal, stable job... Booty breed! Most people with a normal, stable job would be like, you know, once 5 p.m. hits or 5:30, or if they're not doing overtime, like, they don't have to think about work. They don't have to do anything extra. Whereas I think for most of us, at least in this chat, like, our work is a big part of our life. And in ways we're grateful, but we also have to learn to set these boundaries for ourselves. Let me fix this up a little bit, make this a little less harsh in the curve. Make it more rounded, there we go. Alright, huge. I gotta run some errands. Croissant Puglie is looking great. Have a good one. Kia Knight, thank you so much. Oh, if I don't see you before your break, take care of yourself. You're awesome. Kia Knight, thank you so much for dropping in, saying hi. I appreciate you being here for your post-stream relaxation. Have a great rest of your day, and take care, and hopefully see you soon. Bye! I haven't had time to work through it yet, so if you want to clip it, then for sure go ahead. Alright, Kenny, no worries, no pressure. And yeah, if Beth and I see anything fun in there, I'll do a quick clip of it. But I already asked her to send out a tweet and also a Insta story share. Let's see, there we go. In honor of Eloy, it's kind of. I have been thinking about Eloy this entire time I was drawing this. Callie, hello, but also hello, Leong. Croissant Doggo is looking adorable. Thank you. I'll send you the TikToks I make from it. Yeah, absolutely. Just whenever you have the time or the energy to, there's no rush from me. Just like, don't feel pressured. Figure out whatever you need to figure out on your end. And we can just keep it chill. Callie Leong, how are you two today? Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, start from the top. But yeah, this entire time I was like, oh man, I hope if Eloy ever sees this, I have done him proud. Is it a croissant worthy of a Frenchman? That's usually like my highest honor. If I draw food, especially from a certain place, like cuisine or whatever, and people from that place or from that culture are like, oh man, this like brings me back, or this looks so good, and I'm like, yes, I did it. But there are definitely some OG foods of mine from when I drew things like way back then that I need to update. Not only in style, but I think I looked at some images that weren't necessarily correct to the how the food should be portrayed. So Definitely something I need to work on. Just another thing to add to the to-do list. Good, nice. I'm doing good. How about yourself? I am doing okay. I announced this a couple of times, but next week I won't be having a stream because I'm taking the entirety of next week off. So what that entails is I don't check any messages, I don't check any social media, and I don't check my emails. I'm literally taking a active vacation where I just get to let myself draw and enjoy whatever I'm doing and hopefully work towards the goals that I have set for Puglie and also whatever projects that I have for Puglie that I keep having to push to the back burner because of various new things or obligations and whatnot. Also, hold on, sorry. This should be more like so, because it kind of like loops over a bit more. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let me fix this really wonky line over here. You know, 24/7 times 7 of nothing but sleeping? This dude hibernated? Nah. Oh, he'd be very proud, my guy. Thank you. If you draw him with a baguette in his mouth, chef's kiss. I am gonna draw a baguette Puglie, so that will be coming up. I'm doing a whole bread series with this. But yeah, no, actually, funny enough, I hate sleeping. I don't like going to sleep. I find sleep... I know sleep is very important. Sleep is absolutely important for your body, for your mental health, for your everything. Like, it's very important for your brain and your body and your organs and everything. Yes, Lisa! Exactly that! Sleep is boring. Sleep is boring. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to have to sleep. Like, it's really hard for me to wake up. Usually when I wake up, I just kind of like lay there because I'm still tired usually. But like, if I'm awake, I don't want to sleep. It takes up half a day of your life of doing nothing. Yeah, like realistically, it is doing something because my body's repairing itself. But I don't feel that. I don't see that. So I'm glad we're all in agreement here that like we wish we didn't have to sleep. Yes, the ever-growing to-do list. Sad face. That's so good. Social media break and just a break in general is much deserved. Oh, Callie. Yeah, it definitely is. I can feel myself being a bit burnt out from the amount of work that I'm doing that, like, though it is good for Puglie, it's not necessarily what I had in mind for what I want to do. And also just, yeah, not having that time to myself to do the things that I want to do with Puglie. So, definitely looking forward to this break. I wish we could survive without sleeping. I wish I was a robot that could plug in and just recharge as I keep going, right? Like, just zap me. Zap me. Bedtime revenge procrastination. I know. Oh my god. Like, I know the morning coziness, you know, when you're sleeping in and your bed feels extra comfy. Like, yeah, I enjoy that. But if I had to choose, like, sleeping or not sleeping, I'd rather not sleep forever. I want to be awake and I want to do things. I want to enjoy the night. Except now I've developed this guilt where it's like, oh man, I need to sleep. Well, obviously this guilt is for my health, so there's that. But it's also like being awake at normal world hours, capitalist hours. Let's just say it, capitalist hours. But like, yeah, if I need to go grocery shopping, if I need to do like mail drop off or pick up something and stuff, I need to abide by these capitalist hours. And so then I have to like, you know, wake up early or whatever so that I can make use of the hours that I have. But then this just cuts into my nighttime. Clip to show your mom and dads. I always regret it in the morning, but it's so hard to go to bed when there's a ton of things to do. Yes, absolutely. Like, I feel like we're all in agreement here that like nighttime is just a better time, because I say this to my friends that don't often think about it, but like nighttime is the only time when the world is asleep. Like maybe someone in the UK or Australia is awake. Yeah, that time zones, that's a thing. But nighttime is the only time when like it's so quiet. There's very rare traffic or buzzing of life outside. You don't have to worry about social media updating as much because like everyone's asleep. It's quiet. And so your energy is quieter and you can become more focused. Oh, usually homework and exams keep you up. No. FOMO, yeah. Let's see. I got to head out, but I hope you have a good stream. Emmy, take care and have tons of fun with whatever you're doing, alright? See you next time. Nighttime always for better to work in. Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, I have these LED color strips all over my house. I got my TV. I can have a projector if I have, like, if I want some extra big feels. Like, I'm a type of person that really likes city lights. I like nighttime and all that artificial light beaming into my eyes. So at night, it just feels like I'm in my element. Like I'm not, unfortunately, it's not as extravagant as Times Square in my apartment. But you know what? It kind of is my attempt to have it feel that way. And you can't get that during the daytime. Oh man, I totally messed up on this curve. Hold up. Nope. There we go. 10,000%. So many art people are like this. I know. The struggle. Wouldn't it be nice? Like, one of my favorite moments in my memory is, it's New York in the wintertime. Like, when I say wintertime, it's November. And, Peggy and I are in New York for Anime New York City. And, you know, November's not really a tourist time. Especially not for Anime New York City. Maybe for New York Comic Con, but not for Anime NYC. And I just remember it was freezing. It's freezing cold. But Peggy and I went to Times Square at around 11 p.m. and it was just empty. Like, I could count on both hands how many people were, say, like, walking around and stuff. It was absolutely empty. It was quiet. And it was the most beautiful time and moment for me. Because I got to sit on those, like, light up steps in the middle of Times Square and just stare at all the neon lights, the LED displays and everything, and I want to relive that moment. I just want to have that feel again. Like, that's the kind of environment that I can thrive in, and I feel so happy being in. Like, even though it was freezing cold, like, I was shivering underneath my jacket, and my butt was frozen onto the bench. Like, it was so serene. And I'm sure, like, this type of thing is probably not serene to a lot of people. Like, oh, artificial lights, like, that's not nice. Like, I'm sure a lot of people would rather see actual stars in the sky or nice empty woods and lakes. But no, for me, it's all that man-made marketing and advertising right into my eyes. Just something that's so unnatural is what I want to see. The fact that I'm listening to this while doing homework and studying for an exam in November 1st or 8th, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, Youngs, good luck on your studies and on your homework. You're gonna rock that exam, and hopefully whatever is going on here adds to the spirit of you studying. But yeah, that sounds so magical. It absolutely was. And it's just unfortunately not something that we can attain here, not in Vancouver, because like our nightlife doesn't super exist, and at least not to the beauty of what I would say like Times Square is at and stuff. So yeah, it's just different. It's just very different. But yeah, even though I stay up until, I would say about, like 3 or 4 a.m., I hate that I'm riddled with guilt because of the capitalist hours. Because the hours that I have to abide by for in a normal society, you know, when I have to see people or talk to people and stuff. Oh, if only we didn't need to sleep. You know, the funniest thing is Peggy's the complete opposite to me. Like, she loves sleep. She loves just lazing around in bed and doing nothing for an entire day. And I can't do that for the life of me. I get so antsy and so upset. Not at her, but like if I had to do that, like if that would actually be a challenge for me, because I would be so bored and so angry being in bed all day. I guess I'm just like, I guess you could say I'm a busybody, but like, yeah, it's different. I have this energy of like, I want to create things or do things, and I want to get to it. Both are gorgeous in different ways. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I can definitely appreciate like a nice pond and some really bright stars and everything. But yeah, definitely different moods. This song, it's so bubbly. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I can probably read what song is. Oh, Coins. Oh, Otter Steve, thank you so much for putting along. I don't know why I didn't hear the fart noise. But thank you so much for putting along. I hope you enjoy your time here. Ooh, same with my boyfriend. He sleeps like a normal human. What is this? What is this? What is this power? You know? Like, I know some friends that go to bed at like 10 or 11 p.m. and I'm like, how? Why? Like, I'm sure morning hits different for some people. You know, like the early bird or whatever. but I'm also like, ew, mornings. Ew, sleeping at 11 p.m. But there's also another issue of mine is that I can't fall asleep. I have a really hard time falling asleep, and it's become like a sore spot for me because growing up, you know, my parents, my relatives, they'd always kind of like poke fun at me, and even like some friends would be like, "Oh, why do you sleep so late?" Or, you know, you should get more sleep, or you should, yeah, you should like sleep earlier so that you can wake up earlier. And it's like, I'm trying. I have tried for the entirety of my life that I know of, and I just can't. Like, the frustration grows because I know for as long as I've lived, I cannot fall asleep. So one, I cannot fall asleep. And everyone that has ever poked fun at me for this makes it sound so easy. Like the moment their head hits the pillow, they fall asleep, which some people are like that. But I'm not. And then to add on the frustration, when I do try, because, you know, to show I'm making an effort, all I do is I end up lying in my bed, rolling around, or just like laying there with my eyes closed for like 2 hours, doing nothing, but like trying to sleep or trying to relax. And then I get frustrated because I'm just lying there doing nothing. And it just, yeah, it was a real sore spot, especially when I had to go to school, and, you know, there's these set times and stuff like that. Insomnia sucks. Like, is that what insomnia is? Because, like, if so, I've had insomnia for the entirety of my life. Maybe that's how insomnia works. But, yeah, I can't fall asleep easily. Oh, your boyfriend's a morning person. Wakes up at 7. Oh my god, wakes up at 7 naturally? The only reason how and why is because of their moms. I wish I was like that. Yeah, I wish I was like that so I could function in normal human society. Oh, come on. This curve is not cooperating with me at all. Sometimes I wonder, like, if I just started making art, like, super overly detailed, would I have more fun? So then I can hide my mistakes. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, that was nice. Come on. Okay, I definitely need to fix up this curve right here, because this is a bit too out for that middle curve to, that middle roll to, stand out. My record for falling asleep is 10 minutes, all the way back when I was less than 5 years old. Oh, man. Yeah, that's when I sleep sometimes. I feel hecka lucky, though. I can fall asleep anywhere. Oh my god, Callie, you have the power! You have the power. But yeah, sometimes 7 a.m. is kind of when I go to sleep, too. And then, especially, oh my god, especially in the summer, when the sunrise would start at, like you would see the sky lightening up at around 4 a.m., that's when I'd be like, oh man, dang it, like, I did it again. Alright, let me try to fix up this real quick, because what I want is, like, usually it's a middle curve of the croissant, right, that stands out, and I want to try to make this possible without hitting too many tangents. There we go. Oh, bless digital art. Thank you, digital art, for being there for my poor planning. I sleep before 1 a.m. and wake up before 9:30. Not too bad, right? That's actually a perfect schedule. I used to catch up on sleep on transit. Oh my god, Kelly. I think I sometimes did that, but not on purpose. It's more like transit is just so long, it kind of lulls you, and then you're just like but I prefer not falling asleep in public because I do have a tendency to snore, and my airway gets obstructed, so I just end up like sleeping with my mouth full on open. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. I'm sure if if social media was a lot more prevalent back then, I would be like all over the place. Like people just taking creeper Snapchats or recording TikToks of me just like full on dead on the train. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. Thank you, me. Perfect. Time flies at night. Oh my god, yeah. It's just, I'll be checking the time and it'll be like 1 a.m. and like, oh, okay, it's still early. Like, to me, it's still early. And then next time I check, it's like 3 a.m. already. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? Oh, you know what, Callie, though? I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm doing the Asian dad sleep. Sometimes when I'm out in public and I'm like super tired, maybe it's when I'm out on trips or something, I do the thing where I'm like, I cross my arms and I'm just like just on a bench. Like, I don't know, I don't know if your dad does this or you know anyone that does, but like my dad does it. I know definitely I've seen other Asian dads do it, but they cross their arms, they're on a bench, and they're just like, it's like they're meditating in public. When I said 1 a.m., I mean at like 1 something. Yeah, totally, still good. Hold on. There we go. It's hard for me to sleep now because I saw 2 spiders have sex in my room, and I didn't do anything about it. I had too many childhood experiences to not be scared. Oh no. I didn't even... I don't want to know what spider sex is like, but yeah, no. That is no. Yeah, there's always too much to do. Oh no. I mean, to be honest, I do that too. Oh, Callie, do you sleep like hunched in? Yeah, there's just too much to do at night. Why does life have to be like this? Where do I want this? Yeah, I want the subtle lines to be here. And I don't know, like, it's not even the idea of, like, nighttime isn't just like the sky being dark outside, kind of. It's like when people go to sleep, you know? like if it gets dark outside faster, like sure I can turn on my like lights on sooner, but that's still not the difference it makes because people are still awake. Alright, let me figure this out. I think, yeah, I should be around here. Maybe not as high bumped. Just a little curb over here. There we go. Is this a perfect croissant? Probably not. Is this a weird croissant? Probably. And I just want to add some little subtle lines here. Oh, no, not steady. Small. There we go. Ah, yay. Oh, right, the head hole. Alright, start a new layer for that. Get this over. I do! Back pain for days! Oh my god, yeah, it's... Oh, you know what I started doing too is, I would get sleepy sitting in this chair. So I would just like lean back here for like this. But then sometimes I wake up and like my neck is down here. And oh my god, when I wake up, I know I have to raise myself slowly because everything is stiff and everything hurts. I'm either like this or I'm like this. Hurts so much. Yeah, nighttime is like uninterrupted you time. Yes. That feel. But Callie, you stream at night too. And then your stream are like so calm and yet so hype and chaotic. Do you ever use per ref for references? Huh. I don't think I've ever used... What's per ref? Oh no, I need to down a croissant right now. BRB, gonna get a croissant. That happens sometimes to me too. Cursed sleepiness. Like yesterday, I had such a bad time because I had consumed... the day before, I had coffee throughout the day. It was my single cup of coffee that I took a long time drinking. So I finally finished it like a little bit later in the early evening, and it just completely I think it completely messed me up in terms of my sleep. And then because I got such poor sleep that time, the night before, and I had to get up at 8:30 for a fire alarm testing, which the person didn't even come until 10:30 anyways. I got a total of 3 hours of sleep the night before, and then I had to force myself to not like sleep or take a nap, but then I couldn't hold on, so I took a nap at around noon, and I slept for like 2 hours, and I had to force myself to wake up. Like when you're in that deep sleep and you realize you're napping and you like will yourself to get up, that's essentially what I had to do, and I was just so out of it. Eventually, I made it till like, I think 2 or 3 a.m. last night, which is not great, and then I got to fall asleep like quite immediately. I have zero energy in the mornings. Oh, I have energy in the morning. Like the moment, once I get up and wash my face, I have energy because I'm looking forward to the day. Like I'm looking forward to like getting stuff done. Oh, it's a free program that lets you click and drag photos and keep it on top for references. Oh, I've seen that around before, but I've never used it. Also, Double King Riot, hello, thank you so much for joining and also putting along. Hope you enjoyed your time here. I draw pugs. This is all I do, and this little guy's name is Puglie. Changed my workflow in such a great way. Okay. Alright, thank you. I will definitely check this out. Because right now, as you can see, I just have like multiple windows open on the side. But I think this would actually help me a lot. Thank you for the champagne pop. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, I hate taking naps in the middle of the day too. Because that usually disorients me and makes me even more tired. It actually gives me a headache often. But yeah, Double King Riot, enjoy the channel redeems. I think nearly all of them have a GIF attached to them. There we go. Come on. Almost there. Oh, okay, I did it. The croissant is already a masterpiece by itself. Thank you. I'm so glad with how this turned out. I think some edges still need some working on, but I think in general, I got it down. I'm a morning person, and the only thing I do is switch on the PC. That used to be my go-to when I was young. Also because my computer was right next to my bed, so I would just like lean over and tap it open. I would turn it on and then I would get up, or I would turn it on, laze in bed for a little bit, and then get up and like, you know, brush my teeth and wash my face and stuff like that. There we go. Alright. I just want to fix up this croissant. Oh, thank God I did it in the other layer. Fix this up a little bit. Make this curve about this way. Because this overlap is still tripping me up a little bit. Oh, because this should be this way, and then this should overlap more about this way. There we go. Because it's like the top one is like inching inward. There we go. And I just want to reduce the height of this just a tinge, because it's showing up a little bit taller than the middle joint. I used to do that too. Pure F is like life-changing. Okay, Callie, thank you. Oh, I can't wait to try it then. Can you just like copy and paste images into it, and then it kind of saves it temporarily until like you're done with it, and then you can delete it from within the app? Because sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I just end up not closing my computer, or I take a screenshot of all the images that I pasted in the order that they're in, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just like save this for next time. Alright, and let's hide the sketch lines and reveal the Puglie underneath. Alright, it makes absolutely no sense how he fits in here, but this works out. Oops. I think for the sake of this, I will give him his little feetsies though, so let's see where they go. About yay there, and And oh, this is a back foot. This is a back foot. This is a front foot. And I will probably add just a little. There we go. Sticking his foot out. Mask. Hide this. And there we go. Does it make sense? No, not at all. So cute. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. I guess the next stream, the stream after next week, will be me coloring this, and I guess you guys can see what my coloring process is. It'll be a little bit more interesting for the croissant because usually a croissant has so many layers of color. It's like there's so many little details and mixes of browns that make it feel really nice and toasty and warm. And the fun thing about Puglie's art style is that he doesn't do any like traditional shading and blending. They're all solid colors. So you guys will get to see my process with that. Sorry, just triple checking. Because this top area is still messing me up a little bit. It's just not hitting right. And I think it's because it's just... Alright, let's try this. Because the middle part has to be a little bit more... domineer. Like, it needs to take more space. It needs to really show that it's like overlapping it. And then with that fixed up, this part needs to also be the same, that it's overlapping it a bit more. And then this dives in to about here. Oh, simple art is easy, they said. It's just a couple of lines, they said. It's always so amusing to realize, like, the simpler the art is, the easier it is to make it look really messed up. Because if a curve is off just by a little bit, like that whole curve is like 20% of the substance of whatever it is you're drawing. So if that looks off, the whole thing looks off. Alright. Okay, now it's like dipping in. Just want to show a little bit more space in between, so the connection point isn't just right at the tippy top of Puglie's head. I guess this will have to do. Post it on Twitter and tag Eloy. Just make a golden one. Oh my god, like if I make a normal colored one and then a golden one just for Eloy. I should draw like the face of his emote, like just on here. Like Puglie's wearing a croissant with this emote on. Oh, that'd be pretty funny and cute. There we go. It feels a little bit better. So I wonder what it'll look like if nah, do I want the line there? Or do I want this to just kind of be a reference? Yeah, alright, that's good. Alright, and then once I add color to this, hopefully it'll look complete. Aww. I really like the shape of how this turned out. I'm actually really enjoying this. It's looking cute. Thank you, Desire. I think I'm really happy with how this turned out. Eloy plus Puglie collab. Oh man. Puglie's just chilling in all his different types of settings. It's like those chill feels. Because Eloy's art is so relaxing. It's just so nice and calming to look at it. It's aesthetic. It's so aesthetic. Whereas I got this idiot right here, and he's happily this idiot. Oh. Alright. I think we're at the 2 hour and 46 minute mark. I know if I pull this into color, it's gonna push up pretty far. I think I'm gonna call it in a stream today. I will post the line art on Twitter as like a response to the poll that I made. I think that's about it. Overall, again, thank you all so much for being here, for chatting with me, and I hope all of you here who are lurking have a great time with your study. Good luck with all your homework and your exams. Enjoy whatever food you're eating. And let me just check real quick if, let's see if Eloy is actually streaming, or who is online right now, if Twitch will actually show up for me. Nikon, Art and Jest, and Bad Carrot Studios. Butai, thank you for the stream, huge. Aw, of course, it's my pleasure. Butai, when's the next time you're streaming? Lisa, oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for being here. Eloy's not, no, yeah, I just saw it, he's not popping up. There's only like 3 people streaming at this moment that I know of. Gosh. You know what? It's been a minute since I've visited Bad Carrot, so let's show him some love. And it looks like they're painting on maybe another BTS member. Maybe. Oh god, I gotta make sure I like I say bye to you guys properly before I accidentally like just send you guys over, and because I don't know how any of this works. Oh my gosh, Sasa, am I just getting here? Jade, no worries. Don't worry about it. How does... I don't know how any of this works. I am so sorry. Is the raid happening? Is there a countdown? Am I missing something? Wait. Start raid? Oh, okay, there we go. It just like never popped up for me. Do I just close this pop-up window now? No, because it... Guys, I almost feel like they changed... Okay, so if I have the start raid thing, I can't look at chat. I just have to have this pop-up window here. I don't know how to raid, guys. I'm sorry. Like, there's this pop-up window that says raid now or back, and if I press X or back, it cancels it. So I don't know what's happening. But Jade, thank you so much for coming in to say hi and to help me with the raid. Butai, all of you, Callie, thank you all so much for being here. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Butai, you said Friday, hopefully. I cannot read the chat because this window will disappear and the raid will be canceled if I leave. So... Why is this so hard? You can do a slash raid. Oh, right, I can do a slash raid. Thank you, Jade. But, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have an amazing rest of the week. I won't be streaming next week because, again, I'll be on my break, but I will see you guys the following Wednesday after. I hope you all have a great time. See you around, and hopefully I'll catch your streams if you're a streamer sometime this week. Take care and have a great rest of the time. Bye. I don't know if the raid sent. I don't even know if anything worked. Oh, it did. Yay.